Right, guys, time to talk about an interesting new game coming out called Lucius, which is hitting the PC. And to talk a little bit about it, I'm joined by Claas, who is with publisher Mamba. Welcome, Claas.
Hi, thank you.
So tell us about Lucius. It's coming out on the PC, and it's a game in the spirit of the kind of old 70s horror movies.
Yeah, that's right. It's a 3D horror adventure, and basically the idea is to give you the atmosphere of all these great horror movie classics like The Omen, like The Exorcist, like Shining, and to let you play a very evil character once in a lifetime.
So he's basically the son of the devil, and you're controlling this boy as he kind of offs this wealthy family because of a pact that his grandfather made with the devil.
Right. His grandfather founded a satanic cult and granted the soul of his first grandson to the devil, and now the devil takes what is already his and makes Lucius go around in the house and basically kill everyone, the family members, the staff members. And you as a player have to orchestrate fatal accidents so that no one will make Lucius being the suspicious person.
Right, I mean, you're a 6-year-old boy. You're not running around with a gun or anything. You have to. It's kind of an adventure game where you have to, place items in certain areas and make these people in the house have horrible accidents.
That's right. Yeah, come up with the right ideas. You'll get some hints, but you got to find out really how you can work it out. You got a little diary in that you can read about the items. You got some characters that will tell you about that, and then put all these things together, combine items in your inventory and stuff. Other than that, he's not a pro killer, so he really needs the direction by the devil.
So it starts off fairly simply. You have to kind of off the maid by locking the door of the freezer behind her and then hiding the padlock. Tell us a bit about how it starts out.
Yeah, the first puzzles are really just simple combinations. So there is a maid in the kitchen preparing the dinner, and you'll get the hint that something is about the cold in this puzzle, and you'll see a giant freezer that she uses to grab some new ingredients and stuff, and you'll find a padlock, and then you'll lock her up and, freeze her to death overnight. And afterwards you also find out that you need to get rid of the evidence, but later in the game it'll get more and more complicated.
And as you progress through the game, Lucius is endowed with more and more powers like telekinesis and mind control.
Oh, yes, right. He's got supernatural powers that, of course, the devil needs to tell him about. So you, as a player, will train these powers throughout the game and will get stronger and stronger. And then you'll be able to move objects around with the power of your thoughts or take the control over people's minds.
Tell us about one particular mission that we saw where you have to essentially set up your uncle, who is a bit of a shady character anyway.
Yeah, he's a porn filmer, actually, and he's doing very nasty porn movies. He's got a little peephole into a bathroom and is filming the female staff when they're taking this bath and stuff. So you learn that a couple of these characters also have a very dark side. Well, he's also having love affairs with like 2 of the housemates, and you'll catch him at a certain point in bed with one of the housemates, and then decide to grab a Polaroid camera that is doing these instant pictures, take a little snapshot of that, and pass this on to another mate, and the other mate that is in love with him, and she'll go so very berserk and jealous.
God, how can he do this to me?
And while you're doing that, you also pass some of the evidence items you have from earlier puzzles, like this padlock from the first puzzle, into her drawer. And well, she's still very, very jealous, and by this weakened in her mind, so you can basically use your mind control skill and take over the control over her and then make her jump from a balcony while she's standing outside and moaning about her loss and stuff, and drive her into suicide. And afterwards it will all look like she's been a very crazy person, and police will also find the evidence items in her desk.
So the developers are aiming to make this a relatively long game. You're going to be offing numerous members of the family before the ultimate aim is to get to your grandfather, who has made this pact with the devil and is the head of this satanic cult.
That's right, yeah. He's the ultimate goal, and you'll learn a lot about the satanic cult as well. You'll discover some secret rooms within that huge mansion that you're playing in anyway, and it will be around like 15 hours of gameplay time, which for an adventure game is kind of a long time already.
Cool. So when can we expect to see Lucius, and on what platforms?
Well, we're aiming for a release date somewhere at the end of this year, and it's a PC game.